Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kristen with Monarch Plans, and today I am doing my 2021 planner stack video. So I have my giant stack of planners over here. Hopefully you can see how tall this is. It's a little bit comical because I told myself like, oh, I'm totally gonna simplify this year. I'm only gonna have like a couple planners, and then I'm getting this pile together and I was like, well, like that was such a lie, but hopefully I'm able to pare these down a little bit throughout the year, or at least maybe even in like January, but we will see. I did want to walk through them with you to show you what I'm using and kind of explain what I'm using the different planners for, because some people are just perfectly fine using one planner and other people do need multiple, and I'm one of those where I like to have different things kind of sectioned out in my life into different planners, especially because now I am working from home, and I believe for the most part I'll be working from home for the foreseeable future. So I don't really have an issue because I can keep these on my desk and I don't have to carry them with me. So if the time comes where I am going back to work, I'll probably just carry either like a daily planner or my weekly planner or something like that. I will not be taking all of these with me. So that is something to keep in mind. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off just at the top of the pile. I kind of have these organized a little bit, so hopefully it makes a little bit of sense the way I organize them. But what I'm going to start with is the Passion Planner Daily. So I have my champagne colored Passion Planner Daily, and I have been using this as kind of like a wellness planner, and it's a little bit less of a planner and more of a journal. So I wanted to show you kind of one example spread that I have done, and I like to decorate this planner a little bit just depending on if I have like extras, extra stickers, leftovers from kits and everything like that. So I do journaling on this side for the most part, and then over here I'll do like listing out my food. Obviously this was an awful day. I had a salad and then I had like a coffee and I had a chocolate orange. So that was a successful wellness day. Not. And then I do some of my main things that I need to get done just because I have this open on my desk sometimes. So that's just kind of a brain dump. It's almost more like of a mental health thing for me to write that down. And then I'll just put in like general schedule stuff if I need to. A lot of times I don't need to fill this out, but when I am doing like workouts and stuff like that, I will write in like when I'm going to work out, shower, when I'm going to eat, if I need to food prep anything, all of that stuff. But this spread was more of just like a keeping track of my day. And then I do like to use, you know, these little prompts here, best thing that happened, self-maintenance, everything like that. So I have been using this recently and I really do enjoy it because I really love the journaling part of it. I think that's one thing that's really missing in some of my other wellness planners I've had is my mental health and my physical health really go hand in hand. So I almost needed one side to have physical health related stuff and one side to have more of like a brain dump and a mental health side. So I really do like this planner. If you're interested, a blank spread looks like this. So it's just completely blank on this side with some dot grid and then just the general schedule and layout over here. And that continues every single day. So this is a 3-month-long planner, so you would need 4 per year for using them every day, but I don't use this consistently every single day, so this will probably last me a little while. But I'm planning to use this for the most part whenever I need it to keep track of my health stuff and my wellness stuff, because that is definitely a focus for me in 2021. The next planner I have is just a simple Plum paper daily planner. So if you are not familiar with Plum paper daily planners, this is what they look like on the inside. They're just 1 day per page. And I love this because I didn't really personalize it at all. I just left it wide open so I can use it however I need it. A lot of times it's just like a general to-do list, a couple of my top priorities, and then if I have any meetings or appointments. I like to use this section for Instagram and YouTube stuff. If I have anything going on, if I need to film, take photos, post something specific, that'll go here. And then this box is just some general reminders and things that I need to keep in mind or remember. So I really love having a daily planner. This is where I just completely brain dump everything, and I don't really do anything special with this in terms of decorating. So you can see like I don't do anything special in this planner at all. It's all just pen, it's very simple. And so I really enjoy having this. It keeps me on track during the day, and I'm definitely like a list person. So even if I have a to-do list in my weekly planner, I like to replicate those lists and kind of refresh my mind on what I need to get done in my daily. So I love the A5 size. It's perfect for sitting on my desk. So I think I will continue using my A5 Plum paper, and this ends in after February, so I'll need to get a new one for March for the next 6 months. So I love this planner. One thing I'll mention is I will have, if I have any like affiliate links or anything like that, or referral links, I'll put them in the description box below. So this next planner is an Erin Condren monthly planner. And this is a planner that I bought earlier in the year. It's an academic year, so August through July. And I bought this to be my budget planner. As most of you have noticed, I kind of stepped away from Erin Condren over the summer and explored other planner brands and everything like that. So this hasn't gotten a whole lot of use recently, but I want to start using this to track my budget. It has a lot of open pages, so it just has like a monthly spread here. It has the dashboard and the notes pages, and then after that is just lined paper. So there are a lot of different lined spreads. You can keep track of everything in here in terms of a budget. I'm going to do multiple different spreads. I'll probably be using stickers from my Etsy sticker shop, so you can keep an eye out for my budget videos. I'll try to do those a little bit more frequently now that I kind of have a system going on with my budget. So I'm planning to keep track of not only my home expenses, but my business expenses in here as well, since there are a lot of note pages included in every single month. Also, this ends in July, but I'm thinking that I have enough extras from all the planners I have laying around that I think I might be able to actually stretch this to December. I got an 18-month planner, like a life planner at launch, and I haven't used it. So I think I can actually figure out a way to add month pages and dashboard pages, and then I can probably find just lined paper from some of the notebooks I have from Erin Condren, and I think I'll be able to make my own planner. What I'm trying to do, and this is something I've mentioned very briefly, but it's something that is a huge focus for me in 2021, is I'm trying not to buy things that are essentially unnecessary. I can make this planner work, so there's no reason for me to buy a new one. Prior to this year, or prior to now, I would have just gone on and ordered a new planner because I wouldn't have wanted to waste my time like Franken planning and doing all that stuff. But I am trying to be very intentional with what I have. I have way too much stuff and I need to get rid of some, and so that just means I need to use what I have. So this will be for my budget. Also, I use the Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck. That is in a binder on my shelf. I'm not going to show you guys that just because it's big and clunky and it'll just take up way too much space. So I'm using the Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck, and then I'm just tracking some extra stuff in here. So that's kind of my budget system. And then I also use those alongside YNAB, which is an app that I have on my phone. So at some point I can go over that process in more detail if you guys are interested, but that is what I have planned for my budget for 2021. Another kind of random planner, but one that I absolutely need to have in 2021 is my Passion Planner medium size, and this is just for memory planning. So I have actually had this since August of 2020, and I have been memory planning every single week, and I have fallen in love with it, and I'm so excited to finish one of these planners and then be able to look back on everything in here. I have pictures, I have stickers, I explain what I do every single day. Anything special that happens, I try to include it in here. And so I have an example of one of my recent spreads that I did. In case you haven't seen, I've also done a plan with me in here, and then I will hopefully be doing a plan with me in here very, very soon. That's been requested. So I'll try to film one of those and hopefully have that up sometime soon so you can see how I memory plan and see how I come up with my spreads. But this is an example of what I do. This one was very sticker heavy because it's just around the holidays. I loved the sticker kit that I was using, so I wanted to do a little bit more decoration. But if you're interested, a blank spread looks like this. So you kind of see the blank template that you're working with and what it can become here. So I just think that There's something about this spread that makes me really creative, and I really love that it has lines everywhere so I can make things straight if I want to. There's open spaces if you want to record certain things. I love that there's space down here for you to write or make lists or whatever you want to do. So I try and use at least the bottom part for a little bit of journaling every single week, and then it might just be decoration, whatever it is. I try and do different things every week, and I just love how it's turning out. So you can kind of see I've done a ton and they always look different. So I'm definitely going to continue this into 2021. This planner goes through July, I believe. And so I don't know if I want to be, wow, there's a lot of notes pages in here. Yeah, it goes through July. So I think I'm going to try to shift my memory planning to a January through December time frame instead of the academic year. So hopefully that works out, but we will see. So this is another one, pretty random. Not everyone has like a memory planner like this, but I have found this to be such a nice way to pass the time. It's very relaxing for me to create these spreads, and I know that these are going to be really nice to have just when we look back on life. You know, if it's like 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, it'll be nice to just pull this out and see what we were doing during those weeks. So I'm in love with this, and I will definitely be continuing this in 2021 as well. This next planner is something that I just kind of decided on recently, and this is a life planner. I had this planner kind of sitting around as well, so I wanted to use this. I adjusted it so it's just January through December. It did have the other months in it from 2020, so I wanted to just have this be a calendar year, but this planner is just for Monarch plans. And this is an actual life planner, so it has all of the weeks and everything in it. I wasn't quite sure if I needed this, but I figured it would be kind of nice to just write down any notes I have or, you know, anything like that. And it doesn't even matter if you're a shop owner or not on Etsy. If you just have like an Instagram and a YouTube, or you have just different things that you're trying to keep track of maybe as like a side hustle, I think it could be beneficial, and I'll try this out and I'll let you guys know how it's working out, to have something to write stuff down in. And my main motivation for this was Black Friday this year for my Etsy shop. I learned so many things over Black Friday for my shop. It was my first Black Friday. I had no idea what to expect. I probably wasn't actually prepared enough for it because I didn't know how to prepare for it. And what I really, really wanted to do was have a place where I can put notes for myself in November. So, you know, it is December 2020 and I already have notes in here for November 2021. So I know what I need to have done when, what I should prep, and things will change over the course of the year. Like if my shop grows or if I change products, whatever I do, things can change, but I have notes of when I want to prepare stuff and have stuff done by, what type of inventory I would like to print, all that kind of stuff. Because I know November 2021, Kristen will not remember all of the detail of November 2020. So I wanted to write myself notes ahead, and then this can be where I keep track of any statistics and special things going on in the dashboard or on any of the notes pages. And then I just plan to use the normal weekly spreads to kind of draft out my content. And I do plan my content on Trello on my computer. So I have kind of like a more electronic content planning. And so then I can come through after I adjust my content and lay everything out on Trello. Or if I want to, I can lay things out maybe with sticky notes in my planner. I can then take them and put them into my week so that I know exactly what I'm doing when. I can have my videos planned, I can have my posts planned, I can have my stories planned. All the social media stuff can be in here in my spread, and it's not cluttering up my weekly planner. So I'm really excited to use this. This isn't something that would go places with me. This isn't something that's going to be like all decked out and have stickers and all that kind of stuff. This is going to be just a very simple planner that's pretty much just for my information and for my eyes only. But I'm very, very excited because once the year is over, I can take the information in here and move it over into my new planner and do the same thing. Because I honestly think that every single year is going to give me some type of challenge or new lesson that I can take forward in my business. So I'm really excited that I decided to kind of like redo one of my old planners into this, and I am excited to see how it goes. I've never really used a life planner for something that specific, but I can't wait to kind of see if the life planner layout is good, if I maybe need just a monthly planner. We'll have to see, but I'm excited to at least get started and just try it out. So if you are interested in something like this or seeing more of how I use this, let me know and I can see if maybe I can make this so it's shareable. There's a lot of stuff with my shop that I'm keeping private, but at the same time, I also want to help other people. Like if your dream is to open an Etsy shop, like it was my dream, I want to support you in any way possible. So if you have questions about Etsy stuff or this planner or whatever it is, just let me know, because honestly, I just want to support other people in whatever they want to do. So just let me know. So there is that planner. Then now is a planner that I've talked a lot about recently. This is my Powersheets. I will not be using this planner itself a whole bunch, but I will be using the stuff in it pretty regularly. So let me just explain really quickly. So once a month, I'll be going in and filling out my preparation page. I'm not really doing anything at this point with my monthly spread. And then I will go through and do my brainstorming and my tending list. This will be the very beginning of the month, possibly even the month before. I will fill everything out, and then I'm going to tear out my tending list and move it over into my weekly planner. So then I will just close this up. I'm not going to actually be using this planner for the rest of the month. I will use it just like the beginning of the month. I'll look through my prep work if I need to at the very beginning of this planner, if necessary. But I'm just gonna put this on the shelf because my tending list will be with me in my weekly planner. I'll already have done my brainstorming and moved this stuff over here, so it won't really be necessary to carry this everywhere with me. I will do the goal refreshes at the quarters, so those will be important to do. But other than that, I'm not envisioning like taking this anywhere with me. This will just stay on my shelf. It won't even be on my desk because, like I said, the most important part of the planner, the tending list, will be coming with me in my most important planner. So this is just what I'm envisioning for my Powersheets. I do love the Powersheets, nothing against them. It's very easy though to just like take out that page and then not have to do anything with this actual planner. So that is my Powersheets. And then we get into my Moxie Life, which I've also discussed how I will be using the Powersheets and the Moxie Life together. If you haven't heard me talk about that, I released a video last week about it. I'll link it up at the top of the video screen so you can access that if you'd like to watch that. But I will be using the Moxie Life Goal Planner and the Powersheets together. One thing, and if you have been watching my videos recently, you've heard me kind of wavering on what I'm gonna do for maybe like a weekly planner and whether I still need my current layout. So I have these two planners. This is my Plum paper planner that I'm currently using. So if you are unfamiliar, I have the Me layout. It's a neutral Plum paper planner in the Me layout. So it has these rows. They're separated with different labels, and I usually just label these, and so I have kind of things sectioned out. You can see here, this is kind of what it looks like. This might not be the best example just because there's so much decoration. This is definitely a better example. So I have my work row, I have home, personal, monarch, Instagram and YouTube, and priorities. And then I just put like more functional stuff on the sidebar, and this ends up being a very, very functional layout for me. So I've been using this since the beginning of September, and I really, really needed that at that point in my life because I was pretty much just getting started with Monarch still. I was having just a really hard time organizing myself and getting into a routine. My Instagram and YouTube was getting to be really important because right around that time, actually the 1st of September, I hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers. And so I knew that my Instagram and my YouTube was going to be super important going forward. So I needed all of this organization and to section everything out. And that was what I needed at that point in my life. You've heard me more recently talk about my spreads, and they've been looking a little bit more like this. So they have like random lists that go over the top of a couple of the squares. This one similarly, I just did little checklists here. And again, this week I'm having my little checklists that are kind of crossing over a lot of my squares. Over the past few weeks, that's really brought up a question in my mind of like, do I need the Me layout? And I think the answer is yes, sometimes, but the answer is also maybe I just need a vertical planner. So I've been going back and forth on this. Like, this has been consuming my mind. I keep looking at this planner and then I keep thinking about like vertical planners that I've used in the past. So my big question now is, am I going to use my Plum paper planner, my Me planner, or am I going to switch to using my Moxie Life planner? And quite honestly, I'm leaning towards using the Moxie Life as my primary planner, but I will still be planning in this planner every once in a while. There will be weeks where I'm super busy in certain aspects of my life and I will need that separation. So you will see me probably pull this planner out every once in a while and do some planning in it, but you will also see me planning in this other planner as well. So again, I have definitely talked about this a little bit before. I am someone who is constantly reevaluating my needs and figuring out what is going to work. I did a video earlier, like in the summer of this year, about planner peace and how I narrowed down exactly what I needed and did a lot of thinking about, you know, exactly what I wanted in a planner. And I don't think that that just ends. I think for some people, one planner suffices or one layout suffices for an entire year. And sometimes things change. And one big thing is I have a lot of goals this upcoming year that are actually kind of causing me to think of things in a different way in my mind. So I know that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you guys aren't in my brain, but all that to say, this layout works, but I have this planner available to me. So I would like to try it and see how it works. If this doesn't work out that well, then I will come back to this planner full time in a millisecond. But like I said, I will continue to plan in this every once in a while. If you love watching Plan With Me's with this planner, or you're interested in this planner, or you're trying to get inspo for it, you know, I'll always have those videos on my channel and I'll keep on coming out with them, you know, like a couple times a month or once a month. Keep an eye out for those if you do like them. And like I said, I'll come back to this if I need to. But really quickly, I wanted to show you all my Moxie Life planner because what I did, and this is something that a lot of people have been talking about recently, is the whole best of both planner, and it's combining a vertical and a horizontal layout. So let me just show you that and tell you kind of what I have planned. So I've already completed my goal setting for the upcoming year, so I'm just going to skip over that section. And then I've also written some stuff in my January, so I'm going to skip to February. So here I have the monthly spread. I would just use this as regular monthly spread. It has all my events and birthdays and days off and all that kind of stuff on it. This would be just kind of like my regular tracking spread. Then you get into your monthly goals, which I only have one monthly goals section. You have dot grid, and then you have your weekly actions for this week. The first spread here is vertical. I think my primary planning spread and style will be vertical. That is just how I think. I definitely think in lists. I think up and down. And so I wanted to keep with that theme and not try and like rock the boat, so to say. So I will be using the vertical as like my main planner. So this will have all my work appointments and my like Monarch Plans stuff and my Instagram and YouTube stuff and my to-do list stuff, and all of that will be in this spread. I'll also include my habits over here, so I am planning to have my daily action items. One thing to mention is that, like I said, I will be removing my tending list from my Powersheets, and so I will then just tape with some washi tape my tending list into the month. So I'm not sure if I'll put it like here at the very beginning of the month or if I'll put it maybe like on this blank page or something like that. We'll just have to see, but my tending list will be in here and I can reference my tending list to then fill out my daily action items, because the tending list has daily action items that you're supposed to complete every single day, and you set those every month. So this will just be my main spread for all of my like main general planning. I then have the dot grid page, the same weekly actions page, and then a horizontal spread. So this horizontal spread can be for a couple different things. I can use it for tracking different things if I want to. I can track exercise, whatever I want to do. But my main thought is I have experimented with this recently in my Moxie Life planner for 2020. And what I've done is I've actually scheduled out when I'm going to complete the different weekly action items and daily action items that I've set out to do. Some of my weekly items are just like one and done. It's, you know, call the bank, something like that. So I'm going to schedule out when exactly I need to do it. Some of my weekly action items are like 3 times a week I'm trying to do something. So it's not necessarily daily. It's more of just like I need to do this like a couple times this week to get something done. So this spread is definitely more wide open for me, but I do like that it has kind of wider lines. I can write things to myself. I can write quotes. I can doodle. I can put in stickers if I need to. And this is more of just like an inspiration. And this one is really focused on moving me towards my goals and keeping me going. So I hope that makes sense. It's a little abstract at this point because I don't have anything on the page and I haven't created my first spread yet, but that is essentially the plan. Is this is just super flexible and it's just meant to keep me going and keep me focused. So I have 6 months worth of planner in this planner, and then I have the other 6 months in the planner with the other cover on it. And so I'll move into that in July if this does work out for me. Like I said, this might not work, and in that case, I will go back to my Plum paper in a millisecond. This is going through August of this year, so in that case, I would need to buy a new one of my Plum paper later this year as well, but I'm hoping that I can get more on like a January through December type of schedule with my planner and see how it goes from there. But that is my plan for my Moxie Life, and I'm really excited to get started, but I'm also really open to the idea that maybe this won't work and maybe my existing system is really good for me. So that is my plan for my weekly planner. The only other thing I will add, and this is just kind of like very random, I have a pocket planner, and what I'm going to use this for is pre-planning. So I am just writing down anytime something comes up, whether it's like an idea, like, oh, maybe we'll do something this date, or it's an appointment that I have, or whatever it is, it's getting written in here because I have had instances where I write things on sticky notes when I'm planning forward. So if I'm thinking like a couple weeks forward, I'll write things on sticky notes and then I'll move them and then they're gone. And I can't remember what it was that I planned. So I think maybe that only happens to me. Like I'm a really organized person, but I lose sticky notes like it's no one's business. So I grabbed this, I think it was like on super mega sale, and I had like a gift card or something like that. So I think I got this for free actually. And I will just be writing all of my pre-planning in this little pocket planner. Luckily, this is super tiny, so even though I'm not going out and about much, I can still take this in my purse whenever I need to. And so I don't need to haul around my big planner. Like, honestly, look at the difference in size. Like, I can throw this in my purse, not worry about it, and I can, you know, schedule things and look at what I have coming up if I need to. There's not going to be any stickers in here, so it won't be anything that I decorate and show. I might show, you know, a couple things and show you guys what I do, maybe on Instagram or something like that. But it's definitely not going to be super pretty, definitely going to be more functional. So that is my plan for that. And that's it for my planners. And I say that's it, and you guys are like, whoa, that's a lot. And honestly, me too. I'm sitting here looking at this stack and I'm like, that's a lot of planners. But I think that it's a lot more simplified actually than what I've done in the past. So I'm honestly just looking to keep the things that work and get rid of the things that don't. And if I need to have 6 or 7 planners to move me ahead in what I'm trying to do, then so be it. But that's just where I'm at right now. And I'm really excited to see what works and what doesn't, and then readjust from there. I will definitely let you guys know if anything changes. So if I start using something new, if I get rid of something, and if something's not working for me, I will let you guys know as soon as I figure that out. So just know that you'll be updated updated throughout the year whenever things change. What I will say is if you have any questions about any of the planners that I showed you, please let me know. If you have questions about how I'm using them, or if you have ideas for these different planners and how to use them better, I would love to hear about it. You can always leave a comment down below, or I always have my email in the description box if you feel more comfortable emailing me. You can also find me on Instagram at monarch_plans. And if you'd like, you can message me on there and I will always reply to you on there. But I just love hearing from you all. And you guys have great ideas. I learned so much from all of my followers and all of my subscribers constantly. So feel free to share your ideas if you have any, and I would love to hear them. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.